More food is more fun.
Why South Indian?
Dearth of places to go. What I thought was familiar food. That's the food I want to go home to. That's the food I crave. That's the food I can eat over and over again. I've also included Sri Lanka because I feel that I am so inspired by so much Sri Lankan food. It had to be a part of this.
One thing that you love about it, one thing that you absolutely hate about it.
I think that change should happen. First, I'm cooking a mass sadhya for 100 people.
Right. Hi there and welcome to the PODIcast, a video series by Southside Story, India's first South Indian themed music festival up here in the north. My name is Thomas Fenn. I run Mahabelly, which is a Kerala cuisine restaurant. We've been doing this for about 10 years and I will be your host as we dive into the food and happenings of my favorite region, which is the south. My guest today is Ruchira Hoon, who is the chef patron of Dakshin Canteen, one of Delhi's hottest South Indian restaurants right now. Ruchira has a very, very deep background in journalism. She's been with HD and TOI reporting on lifestyle and food. She also runs a food consultancy, the Ruchira Kitchen, during the pandemic, which was a cloud kitchen format to get good food. But most importantly, Ruchira is now a freshly minted restaurateur, more importantly of the South Indian form. So I'd like to begin there.
Yeah, sure.
Why a restaurateur and why a South Indian restaurant?
You know, many years ago, I used to play this game. It was called Cafe something, okay? And it was always building the restaurant from scratch. So I was always doing making checkerboard tiles, making a kitchen. It was a video game. But I knew then, and I'm talking about almost 15 years ago, that I wanted to build something from scratch. So being a restaurateur wasn't figured in my life's ideal and all that stuff. What I always knew is I wanted to cook and I wanted to serve good food. This was by accident, but everything else just played out the way it did.
But also, you also cook a lot.
Yes,
right?
I cook a lot.
You cook a lot. You cook not just South Indian food.
Yeah.
You cook Indian, North Indian, Western.
Yeah.
So my question is also why South Indian? There seems to be a very specific reason why you kind of hit South Indian.
So I am half Tamilian.
All right.
And I grew up predominantly in Delhi and Chennai. And of course, then because my great-grandparents were in Bangalore and my other side of grandparents were in Hyderabad, I ate a lot of this food growing up. When I moved to Delhi in 2007, there was a dearth of places to go. What I thought was familiar food. That's the food I want to go home to. That's the food I crave. That's the food I can eat over and over again. So that I hope should answer your question.
This is like a question I ask people who also run regional restaurants.
Yeah.
There is one aspect of being authentic and there is one aspect of what actually sells, right?
Yeah.
So how does one draw that line between what is authentic and what actually sells?
So actually at Dakshin Canteen, I do a lot of food from my kitchens, what I know. So I knew what flavors would work and what would not at a very early stage. That really actually helped me when I was developing the menu and I was trying to break from traditional, authentic, contemporary, which is all of it. Dakshin Canteen is all of it, but it is also a very deep resonance of what I am. So what you'll get on the plates or at the restaurant is food that I would have eaten over and over again and I would have served over and over again at my house. So it's an extension of that.
The fact that it's called Dakshin Canteen,
yeah.
Right? So Dakshin is straightforward. It's
yeah.
Why canteen? What are you doing with the canteen?
You know, I know you'd know messes and military hotels, right? So I am very inspired by that. And in Chennai, you could always get a meal and you could get something on the side, a touching. So to me, bringing that touching format was very important. Why did I want to do it? Because I thought you've got to eat something small also with what you're eating. It doesn't necessarily have to be big meals, big meats, big, portions of fish. It could be small things to eat and it's just more food is more fun.
If I remember right, there was Rayalaseema and Iyengar
yes.
Coming in there. Could
yes.
you
So my nanny, my Amama's side of the family are from Rayalaseema and also both my grandparents are Iyengars. And growing up, the Iyengar or the Tambram sort of eating was very ingrained in us. I didn't know the difference between where a Tokku was from or where a Goju was from because to me it was all the same eating. Only when I grew up and when I started actually doing the research for it did I realize that, hey, this is all different regions. And that is why it became nuanced. That's why I've also included Sri Lanka because I feel that I am so inspired by so much Sri Lankan food. It had to be a part of this.
I want to also understand your perspective on being a restaurateur in Delhi, right? Like where I'm coming from is twofold. One, we are in a fairly male-dominated space, right? So it's not something that I have personal perspective on. And two, one thing that you love about it so far, at least, and one thing that you absolutely hate about it. Like,
it is truly male-dominated, and when a woman tries to raise or raise a point, I'd say, we'd be always shut down and nobody really listens to us. I think that change should happen. One of the best things that has happened to me is that so many girls write to me, so many girls walk up to me, even at the restaurant, say, hey, you know, we see a very empowered woman running this, we'd like to be this. So I find that very cool, that if I can even inspire 10 girls a day or a month or a year, I think it would be great, you know.
Tell me about this book club.
Serial Killer Cookbook Club.
Cookbook Club, sorry.
Yeah.
Which I'll then hand over to you now. Like
so the Serial Killer Cookbook Club is a club that we run where we cook out of a single cookbook every month. We've been doing now, we're in the 7th year running. So everybody then brings the food and it's laid out, it's like a potluck style. So that way we've experienced almost the entire book.
And next up, this is one of my personal favorites. We've been doing the sadhya for a long time.
Yeah.
So I'm always curious. We're like, at the point you're a machine.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it takes a certain volume of skill.
Yeah.
So I'm always curious when a new person approaches it. I want to get a sense of, like, you know, how it was actually shifting that out because cooking from a home kitchen to doing it for like hundreds of people at a restaurant is a whole different proposition.
So here's the fun things. In 2018, I actually did a 100 people sadhya at Earth Collective at Sundar Nursery.
Right.
And we had 2 sittings.
Like at it, okay.
Two sittings.
Right.
We had about 40-50 people in each sitting. But that was my first time cooking a mass sadhya for 100 people.
Right.
But all these so many years I'd been cooking, you know, you can't make little 2 people sadhya is very difficult to make.
But what are you looking forward to? This is your first edition with Southside Story.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to? Like, well, let me put it this way. When they said, look, we'd like you to be part of it, like, you know, what was it that excited you the most? And what do you kind of like, you know, what can we expect?
So I'll be honest, Thomas, had they not approached me, I'd have told you to put me in touch with them.
Right. Fair.
Okay.
Excellent.
Because I knew as soon as my brand got established, I knew this was the one positioning that I definitely wanted, and I knew I was the right fit for it. I love the fact that it's got music, it's got food, it's got all these fun cultural things to do. So, you know, to me, it's a win all over.
What have you thought about what you'd like to put out there? Like
definitely the filter coffee softy is going up.
Sure.
And then I'm going to just see. I mean, I want to still play by the year.
Right.
And then maybe some exciting
snacks.
snacks.
Do you have any like favorite bands that
I
are coming?
love Raghu Dixit Project.
Amazing.
And I adore him. When I heard him the first time, I think which was about 10-15 years ago, there's nobody more amazing. And I like Avial also. I don't know whether Avial is coming this year.
Avial is coming?
Avial is coming? Yeah, I love Avial too. Yeah.
Also, for those who've missed this small little detail, Ruchira is wearing a sari, of course. But also there is the Malayali alphabet on the sari, which is an excellent choice for our conversation.
Yes,
today.
Absolutely. It was a toss-up between Tamil and Malayalam. So I wore the Tamil sari yesterday, so it was Malayalam.
Great.
Yeah. If I could find something in Telugu and Kannada, I'll wear that also.
I would not understand you with that. I do. And now that we're here, it is now time for our segment, which is this or that segment where we ask Ruchira, I'll ask you pretty straightforward. I'll ask you 2 items, you get to pick. So quick up. Tamarind rice or lemon rice?
Oh, neither. Wangi bhat. Wangi bhat is eggplant and potato.
A rasam shot or a sambar bowl?
Rasam.
Got it. Home cooked avial or a restaurant style, what can I say, chettinad curry?
No, avial, man. Any day.
Why? What is the fuss about avial?
I love it. It's got all the vegetables. It's got the yummy coconutty bits. I love it. You just mash up everything, eat it. You're so happy and good.
Sure. Okay. And if you had to end a meal, filter coffee or buttermilk?
I'll never have coffee.
Why is that?
I don't do caffeine. I will not sleep for 48 hours. No thanks.
Podi idli or masala dosha?
Dosa.
Inside or outside?
Oh, inside.
Inside. Doesn't the sogginess
Yeah, but I like the sogginess.
Tamil Nadu dosha or Karnataka dosha?
Oh, Tamil Nadu.
Why?
Because the Karnataka dosa is too heavy for me and the batter is slightly thicker. I like a thin, crispy dosa.
Okay, now I'll ask a controversial one. It's not controversial. Kerala Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Andhra with sambar.
Oh, Tamil Nadu sambar.
Tamil Nadu sambar. Why?
Yeah. I can tell you why, not for the others also.
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah,
let's
okay.
do that. Why do
So, because the Kerala
Also, by the
sambar.
best is Malayali.
No, the
second best,
Malayali
I'll
sambar is
follow-
not the
I'll
best
follow-
at all.
I'll follow
It is
up with
too
Tamil Nadu
dal
for sure.
heavy.
For sure.
It is too dal heavy and it has no flavor. The sambar powder from Tamil Nadu is so much more flavorful. Karnataka will come too. The Andhra,
Karnataka will come too.
Yeah.
Not sweet.
no, if you do the Udupi style, yes, it's sweet. But
Right.
otherwise, Northern Karnataka is not a sweet sambar. It's a very balanced sambar. It's very delicious. And then, of course, Andhra. Last is Kerala sambar.
Interesting. Okay. I would
Yeah.
flip it. I would say Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, and everything else.
No. Andhra sambar is nice.
Banana leaf meal or grazing bowl.
Oh, banana leaf. Anyway, but it can be a mix match from across the region for me.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
But banana leaf.
Banana
meal, got it.
So much better.
So on the sadhya, what would be your favorite item?
So, pulisheri.
And also why?
Yeah, pulisheri. So, either I like the sweet pulisheri. So, either pineapple or mango. The pulisheri will always be my number one choice.
Right.
Followed by the avial and any toran.
And
I love
any
toran. So, it could be cabbage, it could be beans toran, it could be beetroot toran. I like that. And then that very hard to pronounce name.
Melkubarti,
Yeah.
the last sound, the
Yeah.
melkubarti.
Yeah.
Lemon, mango, and gooseberry.
Okay. Avaka.
Avaka. Okay.
All the way.
Fair. Tamil, obviously.
Yeah.
Got it.
No,
That's a fair choice.
avaka is not Tamil.
No, but it's
the
a fair
avaka
choice.
is
It's a-
from Andhra.
No, sorry, my bad. I
Yeah.
apologize.
Yeah.
And on that note, thank you for being with us, Ruchira.
Welcome. This is great fun.
This is great fun.
Yeah.
I unfortunately have not been to Dakshin Canteen yet.
You must come.
We will do it. We're going to do it. If not, at Southside Story.
Yes, of course.
And Ruchira, would you like to tell people what to expect?
So, Dakshin Canteen and I are very excited to be a part of Southside Story, and we can't wait to bring all the food and all the fun experiences for everybody at the festival.
All right, thank you. And that wraps up this episode of the PODIcast with Ruchira Hoon. Thank you for being with us. This, more, and music at South coming up at Southside Story in August. Tune in and keep watching these episodes for a lot more.